First, you have to quit smoking before you can get on a list for a transplant. So quit now. And never feel sorry for yourself. I don't. I only feel sorry for that 37-year-old man.
Developed by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. For help quitting, call 866-QUIT-YES or visit quityes.org.
Support comes from Work Care, providing pre-employment physicals, drug testing services, injury management, OSHA exams, wellness and prevention service. Learn more at workcarereadywell.com.
Good Monday morning. The time now is 10:01 a.m. You're listening to WDBX FM Carbondale, specifically the show Talk the Town. I'm your host, Amy Fox. We hope you had a wonderful weekend, hopefully got outside and enjoyed some of the sunshine and those warm temperatures in the 60s to welcome in February. And hopefully you're ready to go get them this week after the Super Bowl yesterday. I know I ate my fair share of goodies yesterday, so hopefully people are hanging in there, didn't party too hard. But we do have a special guest in studio this morning, Jeff Garner with the Panic Room here in Carbondale. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And this is a pretty new thing to have here in Southern Illinois.
Yes, it is. And thanks for having me, Amy. I really appreciate it. The Panic Room, it's an escape room. I went to my first one about 3 years ago now and absolutely just loved the experience. And that was something that really just didn't have a presence yet in Southern Illinois. And I thought, what a great fit. Something great for families and people to just go out and do.
And how would you describe a panic room, an escape room, if someone has yet to experience this?
Well, if they haven't experienced it, then they may be a little bit cautious. It does say panic in the title, but that's not always what happens. The rooms are themed, so depending on what room you get, it kind of depends on the experience that you end up with. But if you haven't been to an escape room yet, they are, like I said, themed rooms where you have to solve a variety of puzzles and challenges in a certain amount of time in order to escape.
And who is your primary target audience for this?
Well, that's the great thing about this is that it's fun really for all ages. I have anywhere from 8 years old to 88 years old, I believe was the eldest visitor I had.
And this is really a group activity. You can have how many people in each of the rooms?
Absolutely. It's all about team building, just in groups getting together, having fun, disconnecting from their phones and mobile devices for a little bit of time. But each of the rooms are they max out as far as number of people depending on the size of the room. Mm-hmm. So my largest room is the haunting, so it would take up to 10 people. My other two rooms are a little bit smaller spaces, so they max out at 6. I want to make sure everyone always has room to participate and be active in the room while they're there.
And what has been the reaction from maybe those first-time escape room folks?
Luckily, seems like most everyone has loved it, and I get a lot of people coming back doing all the rooms that I have. It is, like I said, it's something different for people in the area, so it's really fun seeing them all get together and work together, and families getting together, friends getting together, and just having a good time.
And how long does it take someone to make their way through the room?
My rooms are 60 minutes, so if you don't make it out, then you'll be in there for 60 minutes. If you do escape, well, then you could get out a little bit earlier.
And are you constantly thinking of new things and changing the themes of the rooms?
Yes. I have what I call my primary rooms, and they will stay in place until, people quit coming to them. But those are primarily right now are the Haunting and Secrets of Little Egypt. I do have a seasonal space that I'm rotating out 3 brand new rooms every year. So I'm finishing up the Christmas season, so I still have my Christmas escape room available probably through spring. And then I'll open up another room, and then I'll do another one in the fall. Last year I did a Halloween, more of a family-friendly Halloween trick-or-treat room. That was a lot of fun. So,
how do you come up with the ideas for the rooms?
A lot of sleepless nights and, bad dreams, I guess. But no. But yeah, you just come up... now everything I look at could be a potential puzzle, and the first thing you always have to do is come up with a theme. Once you have the theme, then you kind of start piecing everything together. But the stories I do, they try to be stories. I think everyone that's been to escape rooms have been and have been in rooms that just didn't quite make sense. So I do try to spend a little extra time making sure that they do make sense.
And do you try to tie them in with the local community?
As far as the themes, like Secrets of Little Egypt, obviously Southern Illinois has long been known as Little Egypt. So if I can, I do. I've always been kind of a local history, buff, I guess, and so it's fun for me to be able to do things like that.
And it's probably cool to see some of these ideas come to life, and you describe it as a puzzle, a larger-than-life puzzle. So if people get bored, putting together a puzzle, this is something that's hands-on, it's interactive, and you don't have to do it alone. You can do it in a group.
It's better to do it in a group. But absolutely, and it is a lot of fun having people go through and just having a good time with something that literally started on a piece of paper, so I really do enjoy that.
And when did you folks open up here?
I opened August of 2017, so I just had my first full year this last year.
And when you first started this, did you think, oh yeah, this is a crazy idea, I don't know how it's going to go over, or? Absolutely.
In fact, a lot of the friends and family that I was, telling them about it, they didn't know what an escape room was. That's still kind of one of the things in Southern Illinois. It is still a pretty new attraction, so I'm still really educating people in this area on what escape rooms are. So once they find out, I think they're something that they're interested in.
But. And I think a good thing to point out is you're constantly changing the room. So if you've been once, you can go again and have a completely different experience.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I'm really trying to focus on is obviously I need repeat customers. So I want to make sure you have a good time. So you want to come back. And then if you do want to come back, I need to make sure you have a room that you can go to.
And it is important that people book their outing ahead of time because you need to know exactly how many people you're going to have, when you're going to have them. So how do you take care of scheduling and booking people?
Yeah, we do follow a schedule. It is a pretty tight schedule. So anyone that needed to make a reservation has to do so online. The website's escapecarbondale.com. All the booking information, reservation, FAQs, room descriptions, everything like that is available on the website.
And where are you located?
I am on the Access Road, Frontage Road off of Reed Station Road, which is basically across Route 13 from the Golden Corral, Hampton Inn, a couple of buildings up from Furniture King. It's a good spot.
Great. And I guess, is there anything else you would like to add? Maybe people who are on the fence listening this morning, like, I don't really know what an escape room is. I don't want to be freaked out. Those types of people. What would be your message to them?
There's a room for everybody. So even if you don't want to be scared, well, you might not want to go to the haunting. If you enjoy Christmas, like I said, the Christmas room, it's a super fun, super festive, super Christmas room. It's a lot of fun for all ages. Secrets of Little Egypt, that's an expedition into an Egyptian tomb type thing. So while it's not scary, all the rooms are still challenging and they're just a lot of fun. So like I said, it doesn't matter what your sensitivity levels are or if you think everything would be too difficult. Help's always available. And, I think everyone that has come has had a good time.
And how many people can you have in each room?
Like I said, the haunting has up to 10 people
10,
in it,
okay.
and then the other 2 rooms are smaller spaces, so we max those out at 6 right now.
Have you ever had any companies come in and do it as like a team building activity?
I've had quite a few, actually. So team building is a strong component of these escape rooms because you do have to work together. There are a lot of puzzles. It takes a lot of people to think outside the box and throw out ideas to see what works.
And do you guys have any type of frequent customer punch cards or anything like that?
Nothing like that, no.
Okay. And as far as admission, what is the price for that?
It's $25 per person.
Okay.
And just depending on how many people you have in your group.
Great. And you guys are recently new chamber members. And I know that there are a lot of businesses in the community that are members of the Chamber of Commerce. But really, what made you decide to join the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce?
Well, one of the main reasons was I just want to become more of a presence in the small, business community of Carbondale. Obviously, any kind of promotion, that the chamber can help me receive is good for the business. Just like me talking with you here today, Amy.
And they do offer a lot of different programs as far as networking opportunities, as well as providing the businesses and the owners with some hands-on tools that they can utilize in their business, and I think that's really valuable.
Oh, absolutely, and I look forward to taking advantage of as many of the resources as I can with the chamber, so hopefully they won't get too upset with me there.
And once again, if people are now joining us here on Talk of the Town on WDBX FM Carbondale, I have Jeff Garner here from the Panic Room in Carbondale. And Jeff is a relatively new business in the Carbondale community, and we are glad to have you. But we're specifically talking about these escape rooms. It's a new trend that we're kind of seeing grow in popularity all across the country. And you kind of got this idea from a trip to Indianapolis and decided to bring it back here to Southern Illinois, and it's been really widely received.
Well, thank you. I hope it has. And I was on a trip in Indianapolis about 3 years ago, and we were looking for something to do. And I had just barely even heard of it, but still didn't even know what they were. So I looked one up, and we found one. We went and just had a blast. And I thought it was just a great experience, just a great alternative to what the normal things are to do. And I thought it was just something great that I could bring into Southern Illinois. And
I think it's cool, too, that you can bring a child to this. You can bring a grown adult, someone who's elderly. It really is a family-wide event.
It is. I can't even tell you how many times I've actually had 3 generations of people in a room, and they all had a blast. It's really amazing. There's not a lot of businesses out there that can really cater to such a wide demographic. So I'm really happy that this
and
does.
It's really hands-on. It's not like you're sitting in a chair watching a big screen or something like that. It's all hands-on, and it's interactive too. It gets people talking and moving around.
I know. It's a great bonding experience on top of everything else.
And Jeff, if people are listening this morning and would like to learn more, would like to book their experience at the Panic Room, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Emails, are great. Like I said, the website has all the information that you need and has all the contact information. The website is escapecarbondale.com. I do have a pretty good Facebook presence, so you could always search search Panic Room Carbondale, and it'll come up. But yeah, feel free to call with any questions, send me an email, whatever you need.
And how far in advance do people need to reserve their spot? Is it a week enough time, or do they need to do it 2-3 weeks in advance?
Weekends are generally the busiest time, so if you're looking for a Saturday spot, obviously the sooner you can get that in, the better. Especially if it's like we have to do it between 2 and 4, because it will fill up that day. But if you're flexible in your time, then reservations could actually be made the day of. They close 90 minutes prior to the room time. I just have to have time to be able to get over there and make sure the room's set up and run it.
Great. Lots of good information. We appreciate you stopping by. Jeff Garner with the Panic Room. Thanks so much for coming in.
Amy, thank you very much.
And we're going to take a short break and get you some announcements, and we'll be right back.
Good morning. This is Alicia with the City of Carbondale here to bring you this week's calendar of events. On Thursday, February 7th, 2019, it's Meet the Mayor. Chat with Carbondale Mayor John Mike Henry and Carbondale City Manager Gary Williams at the Neighborhood Co-op Grocery located at 1815 West Main Street in Carbondale. This event begins at 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. And for more information, please call 618-559-1939. And on Saturday, February 9th, 2019, it's Fresh Fitness. Fresh Fitness will take place at the Carbondale Community Farmers Market beginning at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. SIU Student Recreation Center instructors will teach a variety of cardio and strength training exercises. No experience is necessary. Participants are encouraged to wear comfortable clothes, bring a water bottle, towel, and or yoga mat. A cash donation of $5 is suggested. For more information, please call 618-559-1939. Also on Saturday, February 9th, 2019, it's the Southern Illinois Home Buyer Seminar. Would you like to learn about budgeting for a new house, the mortgage process, finding the perfect house, closing the deal, insuring your new home, life insurance, moving companies, solar panels, and much more? The registration begins at 12 p.m. Lunch will be provided. The event ends at 4 p.m. This event will take place at the Varsity Theater, located at 418 South Illinois Avenue. Tickets are free and available on Facebook page or at eventbrite.com. For more information, please call 618-457-5353. For information on these events and others, please visit our website at WDBX.org, or you can reach us by phone at 618-457-3228. Thank you and have a great week.
Good Monday morning. The time now is 10:16 a.m. on WDBX FM Carbondale. I'm your host, Amy Fox, with Talk of the Town, and I'm joined in studio with Esther Arsenault with the Big Muddy Film Festival. Thank you so much for joining me.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
And you guys are gearing up for the 41st Annual Big Muddy Film Festival. That is on February 18th through the 24th. And what do you folks have planned for this year?
We have a lot of really awesome events going on this year. So we actually changed things up a bit, and we have a primary location at the Varsity Theater, and we'll have films showing there every night except Saturday at 7 p.m., so you can check out those times. We have a really cool block playing at 7 p.m. at the Varsity called Inconvenient Intimacies that I think everyone should check out. It's just kind of, different kinds of loves that have not been convenient, I guess. But they're all very interesting international films.
And do you guys have a theme for this year's festival?
No, I mean, the big money is always sort of centered around social justice, just because that's the kind of submissions that we end up getting. And also because we have the John Michaels Award, which is the Activist Award. But there's no specific theme. And
do you have different genres for the films?
Yeah, of course. So we actually offer 4 awards. We have a narrative, an experimental, a documentary, and an animation. So you can definitely check out all those kinds of films at our festival, and they're kind of intermixed into different blocks.
And I think an important thing to point out is the Big Muddy Film Festival is run by students.
Yes.
And all at Southern Illinois University, and you folks kind of decide which films are going to be shown that year.
Yeah, totally. So it is actually the oldest student-run film festival in the country, which we're really proud of. Yeah. This year we had, like I said, over 300 submissions from 33 different countries that we got to look through and decide on, and we picked the 98 best that we wanted to show Southern Illinois and all visiting artists who come here.
And if someone has never been to the Big Muddy Film Festival, how would you describe it?
I guess, I don't know, it's a cultural institution here in Southern Illinois. It's a great place for you to see stories and perspectives that you wouldn't usually see in a community environment, where people are willing to talk about what they've just seen and appreciate film as a medium.
And I think the change this year will hopefully make it easier to kind of navigate the festival, because before it was all throughout Southern Illinois at various locations, and you probably had people sometimes showing up at the wrong locations. So I think it will be easier for people to kind of find you at the Varsity Center. How did the film festival get its start?
So 41 years ago, Mike Covell and a couple of students started Film Alternatives, which put on and organized the Big Money Film Festival. It's really interesting. So in 1978, when that all started, there were 35 submissions.
Oh my gosh.
Like what I just told you this year
That's crazy.
So
it's really grown. It sounds like it.
It's really exciting to see the way it's evolved, and I really appreciate how interesting it is that every year, it's taken over by different students, and students get to learn how film festivals run and how to organize and orchestrate them, and it's really exciting and cool.
How many students do you have involved in the festival?
Right now our crew is made up of maybe like 20, 25 people, as well as our amazing faculty advisor, Sarah Lewison.
And what are the costs associated with the film festival?
Oh. Well, we have juror visiting artist fees, which take up quite a lot. We have printing fees, we have advertising fees, just trying to make sure people know about the festival, because that seems to be something, we want to make sure that all the community members know and are able to go. Right. We also work hard to make sure that our festival is completely free. So this year, every single event is free. And so we have to be able to afford venue costs as well, projectionists, just about everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming you have donations that people can make that go back to support the festival each and every year to help cover some of those costs that you just mentioned.
Yeah, we do. And that's actually how we've been able to make the festival free, is by generous community sponsors who have reached out and given us money for the festival, so we can pay for the projections, the films to be shown, to have our visiting artists come and make sure that they're paid, and also help us to lead a youth filmmaker workshop, which we did this year, which was really exciting.
And how long have you been involved in the Big Muddy Film Festival, Aster?
I've been involved for the past 2 years. I was the PR chair last year, and this year I'm the president. But growing up in Carbondale, I always kind of heard about the Big Muddy. And so it's exciting for me to now get to be a part of it.
And why should people come out and support your group this month?
Yeah. Well, it's an amazing opportunity to see films that you wouldn't otherwise see. Like, you'll never see these films on mainstream media or in the theaters, but they're wonderful stories and new perspectives that you wouldn't otherwise see, all shown in beautiful Southern Illinois, right where you are. It's a great chance to just see and learn new things, and appreciate
Great. And sorry, I'm having a choking fit.
That's okay. Are you okay?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And I guess if you had to pick a film, what would be your favorite one?
Oof. Oh, gosh. Okay. I have so many. There are lots of really good ones this year. I'd have to go with ICU. It's about these best friends and sort of like this, they're growing up and they're sort of like toxic relationship. But it's really beautiful, and the filmmaker is actually coming down to visit for the festival. So I'm excited to meet the filmmaker and also to watch the film again.
And does that happen a lot, where the filmmakers are actually able to participate in the festival?
Yeah, we always offer up the ability for filmmakers to come. So even if we can't pay for their airfare or travel, we try to ensure that they have the ability to have somewhere to stay while they come. And we try to help them with transportation, just make sure everything's good. But we definitely always invite the filmmakers.
Great. And I guess kind of recapping everything we talked about this morning, the film festival kicks off on February 18th. And what time do all of these films start?
Well, the first night, February 18th, we have our opening ceremony at the Varsity. Starting at 7 p.m., the films will be shown. But if you want to get there at 6, we'll have some backdrops so people can take pictures in front of it. It's kind of a red carpet event. Great. And from then on, we have films shown at different times throughout the week, and you can just go ahead and check our schedule for that.
What is the website?
BigMuddyFilm.com.
And you have a complete list of all of the events on that website, and then you guys are also on social media as well.
We are.
There'll be programs out within a week, so you can pick up programs at different stores and outlets around Carbondale.
Great. So everyone will be connected to the festival, and this is open not only to SIU students but the entire community, Carbondale and beyond.
Yeah, definitely. So that's what I think I mentioned before. The festival is completely free to everyone. So please, if you have an interest in cinema, in filmmaking, and learning more about different perspectives, please come down and see some of these films because they're really wonderful.
And is the content suitable for young children, or just depends film by film?
Yeah, so certain blocks have more adult content, but we definitely warn about that. We also have the Saturday morning cartoons at the Carbondale Community Arts, which is a really fun event, and it's kind of geared towards children. They're all animations and very cute.
Great. So lots of good information. It's hard to believe it's been going on for 41 years.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something that people look forward to, and especially when we're in the middle of winter and it tends to be cold outside, it's nice to be able to be inside, stay warm, and to see some very unique films. Mm-hmm. So anything else, Astor, you would like to mention? Maybe I forgot to ask you?
Talk about the best of the first.
Oh, yeah. So we'll have at the very end, I think I kind of mentioned it, but we also hosted a youth filmmaker workshop this year for the first time, which was really exciting because we got to get local youth into filmmaking, which is something everyone in the Big Muddy is passionate about. And we'll actually show their films at the end of our festival on February 24th, along with all the best of the festival. So the ones that win the awards, we'll show those as well.
So can I add in? Or?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the way the workshop went is the young people wrote scripts, and then the Big Muddy crew produced the scripts. So they're going to be stories that were told by these participants that were produced by university students.
That's wonderful.
Really great.
Yeah.
So there's definitely something for everyone at this year's film festival. And Astor, one more time, that website that people can access the entire schedule.
BigMuddyFilm.com.
Great. Thank you so much for joining me, and best of luck with the film festival. That does it for us this morning. We hope you'll join us next Monday for another episode of Talk of the Town. Have a great day.
To you in part by your membership contributions and by Arnie's Sandwiches, offering deli sandwiches, soups, and salads daily, including the Macho Man Marvel, Bosque del Bomber, and a selection of gluten-free options. Catering with lunch boxes, sandwich trays, and party subs also available. Arnie's Sandwiches, open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 2031 South Illinois Avenue for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. 529-4300.
You'll have a good morning when you tune in to Grandma's Jazz, Saturday morning from 10 till noon. Hi, I'm Jean Armstrong, host of Grandma's Jazz. Join me for lots of wonderful music and not too much talk. Remember, make it Grandma's Jazz, 10 a.m. Saturday on 91.1 FM and streaming live on WDBX.org.
The stars were shining bright. Now the milkman's on his way.
Support comes from Work Care, providing pre-employment physicals, drug testing services, injury management, OSHA exams, wellness and prevention service. Learn more at workcarereadywell.com.
This
government had an idea and Parliament made it law. It seems like it's illegal to fight for the union anymore. And which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? We set off to join the picket lines, but together we cannot fail. We got stopped by